What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, as well as VONG, which is the Russell 1000, as well as the S&P 500. Now, if I just pull up the YouTube channel super quick, you can see where we left off, which was basically talking about pretty much history almost repeating itself. You can see just 3 days ago, we made an episode talking about how we had these kind of bull flag formations here, which could lead to a second historical rally or breakout to the upside here. We originally saw a correction. That's what just recently happened on Friday here. And this pretty much is still in correlation with what we said. Like, it still is doing exactly what we had predicted, because in order for us to continue to head higher, we need to correct first. There was no more room for us to head higher up. So this is good news. You can see we just recently hit the bottom here. We saw a major sell-off and a major correction. Makes sense. You can see we were pretty much at the peak. The highest point on these major resistances, we were tracking it. You can see right here as we filled in these gaps. And then we expected us to kind of play ping pong in between it. We fell down to support, and now we're rallying up. So we're going to continue that discussion and continue looking at these cryptocurrencies, because you can see we're at an interesting kind of roadmap or point right now in the road where we could be starting to see a huge breakout on XRP, a continued bull flag rally, and it will be confirmed tonight. If this is true, this is a buy-in opportunity tonight to get in, as the start of Monday morning and the rest of this week could see some very solid rallies and swings to the upside here. We're also going to look at Solana, which has bottomed off at support here. We'll see if we can adjust this, but I don't know. Same thing with Ethereum's pattern. Bitcoin looks okay, still in that 4-hour chart. We're going to have to zoom in a little bit here. I've had us on the weekly, but I'm going to just zoom in, and you can see kind of the pattern that we're in right now, still well within the ideal goals here. But I think we could just hairline tweak this, and look, this is now still accurate. I do strongly believe that this is pretty much still in the zone that we were anticipating here. If we jump to the 4-hour, it might solidify us even more. Yeah, if we just pull this down a hair, you can see we're still in this kind of descending fractal. It's also a bull flag formation, so we're going to talk about that in a moment with you guys. But with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. Let's get right into today's episode. So before we dive into the technical analysis, looking at the current coin market cap, we look really good. I'm actually really excited with the way these markets are looking here. So market cap is on the up and up today. We're starting to see a little volume come back in. Overall, 24-hour volume is down. But what I'm really excited about is that the fear and greed is finally back to a position that will allow us to head higher if we choose to do so. We have been consolidating for a very long time, trading sideways. Finally, we're seeing different options here. We're actually starting to see the fear and greed get back to neutral levels. 52 on the fear and greed means anything at this point can happen. We could either rally to the upside, or we can correct to the downside. Unlike before, trading at 70 or 80 on the fear and greed index, that pretty much was saying we need to pull back down. We need to correct. We need to reverse. Just zooming in on this, you can see what it is I'm referring to. Just a couple of weeks ago, or months ago, we can go back to, I don't even know if it has, 521 here. Then we can even go back to 717. So this is 2 weeks ago. We were at 71 on the fear and greed, which is very overextended, and we need to come back down to neutral levels. Finally, dump happened as expected. We always come back down to bottom support, and this now allows us to either say, hey, are we going to continue this support and drop to the downside, or are we going to rebound and rally back up? That's something we're going to have to figure out, but for the time being, this is very good news. The other cryptocurrencies too are down in the past 7 days, whatever that comes out to, and 24 hours we're doing okay, starting to see a small little pump or rebound. Now, zooming in on these cryptocurrencies, you can see here's the thing with XRP. This is the one crypto that actually looks fairly bullish to start with right now, but you can see we're also hitting a bit of resistance. So this is the 4-hour charts here. We have been tracking a very long descending fractal. This looks phenomenal if you ask me. We have a beautiful bull flag formation here. Bull flag crypto, you can see, is exactly what is forming here. This is exactly it. We can just pull this up right here. So we have the impulsive wave up, a corrective wave down, and then an impulsive wave back up, and then we kind of reverse the pattern or restart the pattern with another new flag formation here. But look, impulse wave up, break down, impulse wave up. Impulse wave up, break down. Now we're looking for that impulsive wave back up. So that is the focus here. We had this major rally, lower high, lower low patterns here. We're retesting a bit of turbulence on this resistance on moving average, but if we can smash through that, then the sky is the freaking limit here. As I zoom out, you can see major rally up, lower high, lower low pattern as we scale lower. We're slowly confirming a closure above this major resistance, which is exciting news. And if we can close where we are outside of this downtrend here, I would highly suspect we could break out. And really, the key giveaway is if we could break through that moving average right here, that would be huge. We would very easily see a continued rally, an impulsive explosion to the upside. And the good news is we have the room finally to do so. This is the exciting part, because before we didn't have the room. We were overbought. If I jump to the 4-hour, you'll see what I'm talking about. We were overbought. Actually, that's not true. We haven't been overbought. The other cryptos were, which we'll show you in a second, but we are definitely due for that movement. We've had plenty of correction here since, I'd say, July, mid-July, all the way to the downside. Now we are undervalued. Now we have the potential to head up higher, and we certainly could do so. It all just comes down to how we react tonight and later on with the other cryptocurrencies. Now, you could do all these trades on BYDFI. BYDFI is still and always will be the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange platform that I like to use here on the channel. BYDFI lets us buy long. You can see right here, it lets us create market orders, stop limit orders. We can put in shorts. You can see take profit and stop losses here. And we can short cryptocurrency with long and short positions here. But on top of that, they have the one and only XRP to leverage trade, which not many exchanges offer, as well as many other blue chip cryptos. I mean, we're talking dozens or hundreds. I mean, it's insane the amount that they have added to the platform. We're talking hundreds at this point here. Look at the list. It just keeps going forever and ever and ever. So they will have every cryptocurrency you could possibly want on here. They then have the meme coins added on MoonX, which is also super cool. And on top of that, they have a reward center and a demo trading account, which you can see is right here. Pulling this up, we have perpetual demo accounts. You can see right here. So this gives you $50K in demo money to practice trading your skills. I always recommend and highly advise, no, I can't advise, but I highly recommend that everybody start with the free demo account. There's zero risk. It's a simulator. Just learn the exchange. I always recommend everybody to test this out before considering you do anything else, with real crypto. I don't recommend doing any sort of real trading until you at least use the demo account here. This is probably the best way to start, because if you're making trades and they all are terrible and you're losing money, well, you're going to do the same exact thing with real crypto. So don't do it. Try this first. It's linked down in the description, top of the link, very simple, top of the description, first link there. And then they have a reward center, which if you do decide to make some trades here, you can earn up to $8,100 in free bonus crypto. You can see very easy. So definitely make sure to check it out down below. But aside from XRP, these other cryptos are currently like kind of reassuring us we could be swinging back to the upside. You can see we started overbought. Unlike XRP, Solana was overbought. 82 on the RSI. Due for a correction here. Here it is. Could we adjust to include that support? It's kind of hard. It really is hard to say for sure. Like, I don't know if I can bend this out a little bit more to include that. I don't know if it's accurate. I mean, it is certainly a possibility here, but I don't think it's just accurate just yet. We're going to leave it alone how we had it before, and we're going to see how we react. If we can rebound off this support and get back inside of here, sky's the limit, and we could certainly go much higher than where we currently are. Then, for the other cryptocurrencies here, huge Ethereum rebound here. We're just going to scale this out a little bit further, and you can see kind of the progression here. We're still back inside, rebounding off moving average. And again, we made a major colossal correction to support, to the price floor, extremely oversold. Now we're rebounding up. This is very likely what we should expect to see within all these other cryptocurrencies. It's only a matter of time before we see that, is a nice solid rebound to the upside here, because I do strongly believe we are still due for a possible correction or a possible rally to the upside. I can even pull this down lower. It might even, make a little more sense to leave it something like that. And you can see kind of the bull flags that are forming here. So I still believe we have the potential and the room for some bullish rallies, but we really have to let at least this crypto play out. But my main focus is XRP, because this could be starting something big. Same thing with Bitcoin too. You can see if we jump to the 4-hour here to include these supports, we look really nice. And you can even see on the daily here, we also look really good with us kind of pinballing off this floor and the support here. And we're probably going to be heading up to price ceiling. And remember, this is a bull flag formation. This is bullish by any means. Major lower high, lower low pattern, filling in this gap here. Whether we come into contact with moving average or not, it's very likely suspected or expected to see a bullish break to the upside here, which would be phenomenal for the markets. But it was a healthy and necessary pullback. Same thing with VONG, which is the Russell 1000 and the S&P 500. This pullback is highly expected. It was not a surprise by any means whatsoever here. Huge correction to the downside, falling to moving average here. We saw the original correction. This was the big sell-off a couple of days ago. They were calling it tariffs, but even then, I suspect us to pull back down to here. Maybe we'll continue to scale like this, but this is necessary because it will allow us to pump even higher. We've been overbought for way too long. We need to go down to oversold, or at least to moving average, 50 on the RSI, and then we can see a swing. So we do have a target in mind. We'll see if it happens, but we are now starting a descent. So even though we opened bullish here, green, I still think we're due to correct to the downside. But that's going to be it for today's video. Smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.